We're live.
We're live.
We made it.
We made it.
We're here. I haven't told you this yet.
Okay.
Well, two things are happening today.
Okay.
One, we're celebrating 420 a little early.
We are.
But the other part is probably the most embarrassing story of my entire life.
Which is wild because you have told me previously the most embarrassing story of your entire life. And I don't know how you're going to top that one.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll get into that first.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that. That's right now on question 23. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to question 23 with Steven and Josh. I'm still Steven.
And I'm still Josh.
How's it going, Joshua?
I'm exhausted and I just took 3 days off and I don't understand why I'm still tired.
You do a lot.
I know I do a lot and I know that that's the reason I'm tired. But in my head, I'm
Mystery solved right there.
Well, yes, but also I'm like, well, I've been resting the past 3 days. I haven't. I've been doing a lot of things. But I'm like, well, I haven't been working and work is what tires me out. And I'm realizing maybe it's not just work that tires me out. Maybe it's all the things I do.
It's
that
everything.
also
You're
tire me
always
out.
going.
I am always going. So I'm tired.
You're tired.
But not too tired to do this.
No,
because
we're
this
here.
Is fun.
We're here. Spring is here. Spring is officially
spring
here.
is here, and I'm so happy about it. It's been gorgeous outside. And also at night, it's no longer like 45 degrees. It's like a comfortable 60.
It's at least 46 or
it's
47
at least 46 or 47.
It gets chilly still at night.
It does.
Last night, I think it got down to 44. At least here.
Not until like 4 a.m. or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I was walking around at, I don't know, I think like 8:30 last night, and it was so comfortable.
Yeah.
So spring has sprung, and I'm here for it.
Spring is sprung.
Yeah.
Today's April 12th. Do you know what April 12th is?
I think I do know what April 12th is, only
4/12.
because
What is 4/12?
we recently went and saw the Titanic with a live orchestra.
Incorrect. We
What?
saw Titanic. The movie is just called Titanic. There's no the.
Oh, that's so correct.
The ship is called the Titanic.
No, the ship is called Titanic.
Oh.
Because in the movie, you're absolutely correct. But in the movie, they constantly were like, they didn't call it the Titanic.
It's just Titanic.
They only called it Titanic.
It's a name.
Yes,
It's
Titanic.
Yeah.
It's not
Titanic.
the Titanic.
Yeah. So
It's-
the movie's
yeah.
the same way.
So we saw Titanic with a live orchestra. And it was really cool and it was really good. And if I remember correctly, I believe April 12th, I don't remember the year, is when the Titanic fell into the bottom of the Atlantic.
Now that I think about it, it might not be April 12th. I know it happened in 1912, but literally as I'm sitting here thinking about it.
No, I don't think it did. It happen in 1912? No.
I know it happened in 1912.
Oh, okay. Was it April 15th?
It was mid-April.
Either way, the Titanic sank around this time.
Yeah. So as a tribute, I would like to sing in its entirety the Celine Dion hit.
I Will Always Love You.
No, that's Diana Ross. No, that's Whitney Houston.
That's Dolly Parton.
Dolly
Thank
Parton.
You very much.
Old Dolly.
Made famous by Whitney Houston.
No, what's the song that she sings?
My Heart Will Go On. I always get those two confused.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. I don't know if that's how it goes. We're not really doing that. We're not really doing that.
That's all I know.
Great
song. Great
It's a beautiful song.
Beautiful song.
It was cool to see that live.
It
I was
was.
really surprised that Celine Dion came out because
I mean, me too.
I thought she was dead or almost dead.
Certainly very alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Celine Dion in person, or at least on a stage on a screen in my head.
Yeah. No, it was in our head. Celine Dion wasn't there, but there was a beautiful singer.
She was so talented because she also played violin and she also did singing for like in between everything. I was very impressed by her.
Yeah.
And she wore this beautiful blue dress and it was very fitting of the theme.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Lady Gaga performed at Coachella last night.
I didn't even realize it was Coachella. That's how
Coachella's happening. I sold a tent. I bought it. So I bought a tent like 3 years ago.
Yeah, because you were gonna be a camper.
I was gonna be an outdoorsy camper
Ooh.
guy. Like I moved up here to Northern California. I was like, all right, this is who I am now. This is what I'm gonna do.
Well, you love hiking,
I love hiking.
so
But I've never camped before.
it's a lot.
But anyway, so the tent has been sitting in the shed for forever, and I sold it completely unopened, still in the box. Got to sell it, and the girl that I sold it to, she was going to Coachella. So
Nice.
that was
That's fun.
what that was for. But so I was watching on Twitter. People were talking last night about Lady Gaga performing.
What songs?
All of them.
She did all of them.
She didn't. It was a long. She was the headliner for night one or
Gotcha.
however it goes. So she performed a little bit of like everything.
That's
everything. Stuff from the new album, stuff from the good albums. Excuse me. But she I was seeing people on Twitter talking about it, and they were posting clips of it. It was really cool. She went all out with
Nice.
the whole theatrics and everything. It was like
It was
like
a Gaga
prime,
performance.
Lady Gaga.
Nice. We love to see it.
And there was also people talking about the satanic references in her performance and in her music. I haven't heard somebody talk about Lady Gaga representing Satanism since
Judas.
since the beginning,
right? Yeah.
which is like 2008, 2009. That is my official recession indicator. Is whenever we've gone back so far in conservatism that we believe that Lady Gaga is
Satan.
performing satanic rituals live and trying to get the kids. That's how I know. I know everybody's talking about a recession's happening. I didn't believe it.
But now you believe it because Lady Gaga is once
Today-
again performing satanic rituals.
Today I believe it.
Wow. Well, if that's an indicator of anything, there you go.
Yeah. So there's that. What else do I have on my chit chat list?
Chit chat.
Lady Gaga. I guess I don't know. I'll just make this quick.
Get into it.
AI art. I know that we're anti AI.
Don't you
art.
mean AI slop?
It's what it is. It is
looks
slop.
bad. It looks almost good, and then as soon as you look at any details, you're like, "Oh, this is bad."
What? So I've been against AI art from the beginning, and it was easy to be against AI art in the beginning because AI art was bad.
Yeah.
It's getting better now. It's not great.
Like it
but
looks better, you mean?
Like the quality.
Yeah. I mean,
of
that
it,
makes sense.
It's getting better now. But kind of my new take on it now. Originally I was just against AI art.
Mhm.
Now I look down on folks who are using it and sharing it, and it reminds me of. It's like it's some boomer shit.
It reminds me of back in maybe 2015 when boomers got a hold of Minions.
That's exactly what it is.
And all of a sudden, it was just Minions everywhere.
exactly what
there
it
were
is.
Minion memes, and it was just like Minions are the funniest thing to ever exist for boomers ever. That's what the AI art that gets shared reminds me of. Like, I feel like a lot of older people are they're like, wow, look how cool this is. And it's like, yeah, okay, it is cool. Like when they do like AI of like like aging someone up to be like an adult, or even just the like, it's like AI memes now where it's like an
It's
AI
bad.
image, and then
It's
like
bad.
yeah, it's very
bad.
funny.
And so like everybody, the boomers are doing it. And when I say boomers, I just mean anybody that's older than me, because my mom is not a boomer, but she's somebody that's doing, like, if my
Yeah.
mom is doing it, my mom is like Gen X, I think. And if my mom is doing it and posting it on Facebook, it's like, this is not cool, y'all. So like I've been seeing older people talk about it and doing it, but now I'm seeing people like my age that are posting like these cool like AI, like, look, I made it look like I'm an action figure, and like this is the accessories that I come with, and it's like, oh, you should know better, and this is like not quirky and cool. It's
What
not
do you
as
mean
quirky
know
and cool
better?
as you-
I don't understand.
One, AI art is bad.
Yeah.
Just the whole idea of it. And two, it's not quirky, or it's not that interesting because like whenever I see that, I know that you created a prompt that said, okay, my name is Steven, so I want to make an action figure that looks like me. So here's a picture of me. And then I want it to have this accessory. I want it to have a little dog accessory because I have a little dog named Pablo. It's like, it's not very creative, I guess. And I feel like younger people are better about that, about being on top of like trends and like being really kind of doing the trends that are
I feel like people
It doesn't seem cool.
No.
It seems so lame.
I agree with that. But I don't know if people are using it to be creative. I think it's just fun, right? Like it's one thing if you're like trying to call yourself an artist and like making AI art and being like, look at me. Like I had to spend 2 hours coming up with the perfect prompt to generate blah, 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 blah. That is mega cringe. But when it's people like playing around with it, I do have a little more leeway because it's like, I guess if you find that fun, I get it. It's very novel. It's very, very novel. I understand why people want to play with it. But it is definitely just a thing of like, like, I don't know. I feel like I have seen, it's like, it's cool. I don't know. It's like,
it's not though. It's lame. It's not cool.
It's fine.
It's not.
But why do people like doing it then? Because they find it fun and cool.
Because people like to see themselves in a way that's not real. It's like Instagram filter, like all of that.
Like Instagram filter turned up to the max.
Yeah, and it's
fun.
And they think that it's.
But people love Instagram filters.
Yeah, and they're for the most part pretty lame.
Yeah,
like unless you're doing something creative with it. It's really pretty lame, and Instagram, a lot of Instagram filters I assume are some kind of like entry level AI or something before we have the generative AI that we have now for them to put kooky faces or makeup and stuff. There's some type of AI or something that's happening there. But I lost my train of thought. I don't know. It's lame. That's all. Okay. That's all I have to say.
All right.
Lucy has a good point. It's also bad for the environment. It takes so much water and energy to cool down the giant systems that they have.
That is very true.
And it's like to do some stupid little caricature or something.
Yes, very much so.
We're running out of water already. Before AI? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I did know that.
Or like running out / it's all being privatized. And
yes.
That's not good.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, I don't know. The reason I'm hesitant to label it as like 100% bad, which I do think it's not fantastic, but it's
what percent bad is it?
Like 98%.
I'll take it.
And the 2% good, I don't even think it's good. I think it's neutral. But it is like, these are tools that are not going away. I think that's where I am hesitant to just write it off as like, people shouldn't be using this because it's dumb.
I don't think.
I agree. And also, people are going to keep using it, and we have to figure out how to navigate that as a society.
Yeah, and the way I'm navigating it is just by
calling
them dumb, like saying that's some boomer shit. Like
absolutely.
There's a lot of stuff that boomers, people that are older than me, that they do that I can't change, but I'm still going to call them out for it.
Yeah. So okay, I got you.
That's where I'm at with that.
Very nice.
You see my note there?
Yeah.
Cool. I guess we should get
into the meat of today's episode.
Yeah.
Or is it meat? Or is it not meat? Because you're sweaty. Is it really that bad? I mean, it must be if it's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you.
Yeah.
Well, get into it.
So where do I start? How do I start this? I got new tires yesterday. I went to the tire place.
Nice.
Got new tires yesterday.
And you needed them because if I remember correctly, when you got your tires checked, they said that they were about to explode.
Yeah.
There's that.
They're like, we legally have to tell you can't drive on these. Like, we can't physically stop you, but we have to tell you that these are not drivable tires.
So you got him replaced.
So I got
that's
him
good.
replaced.
New
I went to a
tread.
different place because the place that I
Nice.
went to was going to charge me a whole bunch for it, and I went to the Discount Tire, and in the California it's called it's called America's Tire. But in
America's
Texas, it was called
Tire.
Discount Tire.
Yeah.
Been going there for years. So I went there, get my tires done. Young gentleman named Noah helped me.
Noah.
Noah was very cute. He was like he's that white trash kind of.
Yes.
Is that like the dirt on his lip that he calls a mustache kind of dude? And then he had the workers like mechanic shirt with his name like stitched on there.
Do you have a mullet and or a rat tail?
No, but he had the shaggy hair for sure. Yeah, so it's my kind of guy.
That's true.
One of my kind of
One of your
guys.
kind of guys.
One
Yeah,
of my
I
kinds
hope
of
it's
guys.
one of.
One of.
So
So Noah helped me out with that. So I get in there, get checked in, and they take my car in. And so I'm sitting there in the lobby and just twiddling my thumbs, just hanging out. And I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So inside the lobby of the tire place is the bathroom. So I go into the bathroom there. And I'm surprised by on the wall. So they have the toilet because it's a bathroom, and it's just a single stall, one person thing, not even a stall, just a single room,
Sure.
one toilet bathroom.
Been there, done that.
And I go to do my business. I'm doing a number one.
Okay.
So I flip the seat up,
Quick and easy.
quick and easy. And on the wall that I'm facing as I'm going number one, there's a little like info picture thing, and it talks about it says this is your based on the color of your pee, this is your hydration level.
Oh, interesting.
And I thought it was funny. It was interesting / funny that why would that be there? Like, why does America's Tire care about their customers and like analyzing their pee? But also it is interesting because I'm sitting there peeing and I'm bored. Like,
Why not?
Okay, I'm gonna read
Here's
this.
a little infographic.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
it shows you the different shades of like yellow
funny.
to brown, basically, and it's like if your pee looks like this is how hydrated you are, and this is what we recommend that you should do.
That's funny.
If it's like this,
America's Tire is looking out for you.
Yeah. So pretty silly. So I thought that I would share that with the world.
Okay.
So I pull out my phone and I snap a little picture of it, put a little comment on there, a little thing that's like, shout out to the tire place for like
For looking out for
looking
me.
out, giving us hydration information.
Hydration information.
And I post it to my story. And then I go back into the lobby and continue to check out. Noah calls me over, and we have to finish the checkout process and everything, and then I'm ready to go.
Cool.
While I'm checking out / when I get back to my car, I have... I'm going to give you an exact number.
Oh, boy.
I have 6 missed calls. This is in a time span of like 3 minutes.
Okay.
6 missed calls. And I took a screenshot of it. 1, 2, 3. 12 text messages.
From who?
And 5 Instagram messages.
From the different people?
A couple of different people. One of them was my friend Nicole.
Okay.
Maybe I'll let you read the text messages.
Live on air.
Am
I reading them
You go
out
from
loud?
bottom to top.
Okay.
Maybe start with that.
That photo has a reflection. Laughy face, skull. I cannot handle this. Steven, where are you? Image attachment. I tried my best. It's up to fate now. LOL. Did you post your dick to the internet? show the picture. Show the picture.
I've never.
No.
I love. One of my favorite trends
no.
on Instagram and TikTok.
Oh no!
I'm shaking right now. Oh my god.
Show you have to show
One
the
of my
picture.
I will. One of my favorite trends on TikTok and Instagram is whenever you FaceTime somebody, and you go, "Did you mean to post that to your story?" Because then people are like, "Oh my god, did I
What did I
accidentally post
post?
something?" And I always think that is just so funny to make somebody scared that they posted something inappropriate or something on
So you were like,
Instagram.
ha ha ha, I'm getting pranked.
No, I didn't have time to
Okay.
think about that. I
Great.
immediately went into panic because I was like, what do you mean? I'm going to show the censored version here.
No.
There is a reflection. It's a little hard to make out, but once you get your bearings on what's happening here, if you look at the bottom, you can see the reflection of the toilet.
I see the reflection.
And so since I was standing up to go pee,
Oh no, I can see your hand.
this is my hand right here
Oh,
going down.
No, Steven. No. How long did it stay up?
It was up for 5 minutes.
Okay, how many people saw it?
6 people saw it,
Okay,
including one of my coworkers.
excellent.
I'll show you. Here's the thing. It's not that.
Can you show me the uncensored version so I can
Yeah.
honestly tell people how visible it is?
Yeah. Let's see. I don't have record. Nicole screenshotted it. Shout out to Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole. Oh,
Oh my God.
Let me see. Yeah, that's there. That's funny. Nope. Steven put his dick on the internet. That's hilarious. Oh my.
I don't think people have been hearing us for I don't know how long.
Oh, great.
Anyways, I
What
think
did you
it's
do?
not
What did
that
you
long.
mute?
Not that long.
What
I don't
did
know.
you-
I accidentally hit something
You
to
pushed
mute
a
it. But
button.
yes. I don't know.
Is it back?
It's back. See, we got
It's
it. We got
back.
it going there. Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
we're good.
yeah, we're good.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
And we're back.
And we're back.
So you posted your dick to the internet.
I posted my dick to the internet. 6 people saw it.
Great. Name them.
I won't. Well, one of them is a coworker.
Mm-hmm. Name your relation to them.
One of them was my current coworker.
Okay, great.
2 of them were former coworkers.
Wonderful.
One of them was Nicole.
Great.
I forget who the other 2. Oh. One of them was my ex. Which I guess he's seen
Nice.
it before.
He's seen it before.
Yeah. So it could have been worse. And I
Mhm.
also,
Who all messaged
if you're
you
not
about
paying
it?
attention, you can't. You're not. I don't know how if you see it.
Steven, I'm going to let you know. You see it.
No, because if you're looking at an image with words,
You look at the words and then immediately you look down. I know.
on a story, no, on an
No.
Instagram
Okay.
story, no.
Okay.
People are just they're looking at it. It's on a little screen, and they see the text and then they're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
They're not analyzing all of the pixels in the photo.
You're not incorrect, but also, you know what? If this is the reality that you need to live in, then I will let you do that. And I will let you live in that reality.
Yeah. I think that's where I need to live.
How hydrated were you?
I was moderately dehydrated.
Moderately dehydrated.
It's a
Okay,
little
not
yellow.
bad. Not bad.
Not the worst.
Not the worst. Wow. Well, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Yeah.
Who all messaged you? Was it just Nicole? Or was
Just Nicole.
Okay, good.
Just Nicole. Which leads me to believe that other people didn't see it.
No, they probably didn't notice.
Some of them may, like my coworker, may have just been like so embarrassed or just like, I'm not acknowledging this, so they can pretend that they didn't see it and just move on.
Yeah. And they'll probably just maintain that they never saw
I guess
it
I
and
will.
move on.
I was thinking about, I was like wondering if I was going to ever address this or not. I was like, am I just going to pretend that this didn't happen? Since I'm not.
Well, now you're putting it back onto the internet for everyone to know.
But it's censored.
So, yeah,
It's not, I'm not showing that. The whole story itself is not, it's embarrassing, but it's like,
If you sign up for our OnlyFans, question23.com/OnlyFans.
That's not
or
a
no,
thing.
OnlyFans.com/question23.
That's not a thing.
You can get the uncensored image for just $5 a month.
That's not a thing.
Well, it could be.
It's not.
We have a picture now.
No, but
behind the scenes footage.
Since it is out there, if there is anybody that did see it and that is watching this, if you want to tell me whether you actually saw it or not, and by it, I mean my peanuts. I guess let me know.
Nice.
I am curious, but also you don't have to. If it's uncomfortable, I don't know. I feel like if it was anybody, the coworker is the only one that I really am anxious and nervous about.
Yeah.
The rest of them, whatever, who cares? And it's like I go to nude beaches, and we go to the nude spa. What is that place? Like the hot springs, the hot springs retreat. As everybody's walking around naked. Like I'm not ashamed of that, but
you don't want your penis on the internet. That is quite different than going to a hot springs where everyone is naked.
Yeah. So actually,
that's very funny.
You know what? That's a good. No, what am I saying? I was gonna say to make it fair. Anybody that saw that, I need to see what you look like naked. But that's not. I'm not calling for that.
That's not the way you want to take this.
No, that's not where we're going.
Wow, that's great. Well, there you go. Any last thoughts? Anything to wrap up?
I guess I apologize.
Yeah, you should. How dare you?
For the
public
indecent,
indecency.
Yeah, indecent exposure.
Okay.
I do apologize for that.
If you or a loved one has been affected by this image, you can call 1-800-STEVEN'S Dick right now.
That's too many.
And lawyers
That's too many numbers.
Lawyers will be standing by. Okay.
That's too many numbers.
It's STV.
No, it could be like 1-800 Lil Dick.
Okay, we'll do that.
If you saw my
1-800-LILDICK. Yeah. There you go.
It could be 1-800.
Lawyers are standing by.
1-800.
I think Lil Dick is it.
Steve's PP.
That's too many. You got mad at me for it being too many.
One too many.
Whatever.
Yeah. I don't think people were harmed by it.
Well, we'll let the lawyers decide.
I don't think that they were traumatized by anything.
Call now. 1-800-LIL-PP.
It's not enough. It's not enough. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse, but that definitely is the worst thing that I've ever posted on any social media.
I will say, if it makes you feel better, I did have a friend in college who posted his full erect penis to his Instagram story, and it stayed there for a solid 16 hours.
I'm traumatized by that.
So, yeah.
You know what
that was unfortunate.
I don't know if you've ever been to
I will say he was the type of person where I was like, I genuinely don't know if this is intentional or not.
How was it?
Good.
It might have been intentional.
That's kind of, I was like, okay, well, whatever.
I know my angles. Mm-hmm. If I was going to intentionally post something like this on Instagram, I would have done it very different way.
Of course.
Very different way. There would have been some fluffing that would have happened.
Oh, absolutely.
You need to fluff.
You got to
at least a
fluff
little
people.
bit.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you've ever been to. Have you ever heard of? Like pornography?
I'm familiar with the
Like pornographic.
concept.
There's like pornographic websites on the internet.
I'm familiar with the concept. Yes.
Something that I get so afraid of, and it's never happened to me before. I don't know that it's ever happened to anybody that I know, but just I get afraid. Have you ever noticed that on like on the various websites, they have like buttons to where you can like share it to like Facebook or Twitter or something like that?
Yeah.
I get so scared. Like after I finish a session, I immediately go and look at my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. I look at everything just to make sure
so
I didn't
funny.
accidentally post. Because
Wow.
I've never done that with pornography before, but I have done that with, and this was like years and years ago, but I have done that with like Amazon listings or something like that, where I'm trying to share it to my friend and get a link to send, and I are like, okay, I'll copy the link from this, and then it shares. I get so afraid that like my grandma is gonna look at my Facebook postings, and I don't even want to give an example. Glory hole gangbang 6 or something. She's gonna think it's something like church related.
Probably.
Glory to God.
Glory to God.
Yeah, so that's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me.
Nice.
What was my other most embarrassing moment?
I don't think you want me to share that.
What? I'll turn the mics off for a second.
Are you actually going to?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would no. We're not. We don't have to share that.
No.
Primarily for the people.
That one
involved.
I was about to say that one involves other people too.
That one
so
involves
that's
other people.
not your full story to tell.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Sorry
Sorry.
to tease ya.
Sorry.
Well, what else do we got?
Man.
What else are we getting up to?
So today we are gonna celebrate 420 a little bit early, and we're doing that because, we take these live streams and then we record them, and then I will like chop them up and put them into the feed as individual little chunks. And so I want to have something to post for the week of 420, and so we will do that. So anybody that's watching here, you're gonna get a behind the scenes. Because right now we're giving you the heads up. Because once we get into the portion that I'm gonna start like cutting up, we're gonna be like, all right, it's 420 today.
Woo!
But if you're watching right now, you know that it's not 420.
It's not, but that's movie magic, baby.
You know that we're full of shit.
Yeah, well, you kind of got to be to put things on the interwebs.
To make the magic happen.
To make the magic happen.
Lucy says, I actually have no words, Stephen. I didn't either.
Yeah, that's intense. You know who did have words? Nicole. And she had a lot of them.
Shout out to Nicole.
Shout out to
like
Nicole for rescuing
being on
Steven.
there,
Yeah.
like checking to make sure that I knew what was happening.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know, I need to
Maybe just don't post pictures of yourself in the bathroom while you're peeing.
I didn't think that I was.
Well, maybe just don't.
I thought it was just posting a picture of a
maybe
sign.
don't post pictures from the bathroom while you're peeing. How's that?
Yeah. That's fair.
There we go.
That's fair.
And you know what? A lesson was learned and you grew a little bit, and that's important. And that's really powerful.
I wish I could have grown in that picture. The picture is not flattering. It's not flattering. What do you think of the collar shirt? I'm wearing a polo. Speaking of flattering,
I like it. I think it's very cute.
I don't like the collar shirts. I know that they're like.
Is it because your spine is fused and so your
my neck is so short. It's like the collar is like hitting my earlobes, and it's like not comfortable. Like look at all that space.
It's true. I have truly a giraffe neck. It's wild how long my neck is compared to Steven's. And let me tell you, if I could slice off an inch and just send it over there for you, take one of my vertebra and
I would love that so much.
I would, babe. I would, just for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to experiment with wearing more. I would just, I want to expand my wardrobe a little bit. And I just don't have. I spent years. I spent a chunk of my life when I worked at Ulta. I was a general manager at Ulta. You're wearing a suit every day.
Ugh.
So I had my full collared button-up shirt and then the full
Suit
blazer
jacket?
suit jacket thing over it. Every day I was wearing that. So whenever I left that world, and
Never
I got,
again.
and then I went to go work at another retail place where the dress code was t-shirts and jeans. Fully went into that. And then I moved here and I'm spending so much time. I go out and walk every day. I spend so much time outside. My uniform now is a tank top and shorts.
Mm-hmm. I can attest to that.
But sometimes you want to wear something.
Sometimes you want
a
to
little
dress
more
up,
than that.
But yeah,
So
that's where I have been. I have also been doing a fashion. I don't want to say journey because that is not what I've been doing. I have been updating my wardrobe over the past year. Really just since my birthday when we went and I bought like 5 shirts about 10 months ago. Now those are the only shirts I wear. And let me tell you, having shirts that you feel good in really boosts your self-esteem. It's good. Would recommend. If you don't like the clothes that you have currently, take a Saturday and go and freshen up your wardrobe and buy things that you actually want to wear. Because let me tell you, you will feel better about yourself.
yeah, I can attest to that. Like I felt good. I wore this whenever we went to the Titanic orchestra thing, and like I felt kind of nice wearing that. It does make a difference. It's physically uncomfortable. And
That is
that's
true.
the struggle that I have is like I know it like looks good, but then I'm physically uncomfortable. Like I want to be as comfortable as possible, but perhaps part of my comfort level can include how I feel like I visually look. So there's like a balance to that.
Yeah.
What do you have pulled up?
I just decided to do a little research.
All right.
And the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912.
April 15.
April 15.
Oh, so they were
There we
still
go.
chilling.
They were still chilling.
And did it take off on April? How many? It was only
I think it took off on April 14th.
April 14th.
Yeah.
No, it had to have been the 13th. Was it the first night?
No, it was the second night. You're
It
right.
was the second night.
Yeah.
So, and it happened at like 2:30 in the morning on the 15th.
Yeah.
So they would have taken off on the 13th.
So there you go.
So we're not even there.
Sorry,
though.
not to derail, but
You derailed.
I know I did, but I just had the spark of, oh wait, I have a phone in my pocket and I can look this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does this microphone sound? I've got the big beefy mic back. I'm
Whoa.
slowly.
Oh, whoa, you did.
So whenever we started this whole thing, I have this big. This is like what they use at
Over a year
radio
ago.
stations. This is like a legit
Yeah,
mic that I
mic.
shelled some money out for.
Nice.
And I had my whole setup on this big desk there because whenever we started this, we were doing like a Zoom thing, you
Mhm.
know.
Those episodes are tough to watch.
Yeah, we've definitely grown since then, which I love that.
These episodes
but I had a
are
whole-
still tough to watch sometimes.
I had a whole studio setup. I had the whole mixer. I had the big microphone. I had all of that stuff. And then we've shifted, which has been good. It kind of changed what we did. And we had like the handheld mics. We were doing the 2 handheld mics. That era of the show is the Trixie and Katya
inspiration.
chapter
Yeah.
of this. I like that was the inspiration for that. Is I love the handheld mics there. And I know
Mhm.
you were a fan. You asked for the handheld mics.
I hate feeling trapped behind with this thing. I feel like I can't move or I'm going to break something, and it's dreadful, and I don't enjoy it.
yeah.
But this is great because I can move around, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. It works out. But I like this. But anyway,
Yeah.
so we did that, and then I got this little table, which is like hardly a table. It's a dinner tray, is what it is.
Honestly, it's a big dinner tray.
It's a big dinner tray.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have a little table because we don't have a lot of space here. I hate to like break the the fourth wall. I don't know if that's even the thing. We're like in the corner of my bedroom. I know
Yeah,
we
and
make
you'd
this
never
look like a
know.
big fancy studio.
You'd never know.
Except earlier I realized whenever we did the pip, when we did the picture in picture, I didn't crop that right. So
That's
whenever I do
funny.
the pip, it shows all of our you can see the shitty curtain and stuff that's hanging up.
That's funny.
That's show business, baby.
That's show business.
But yeah, so we set this up, and I got this little thing because I was like, I want to be able to have my computer here, so that way we can watch something. I can share my screen, and we can watch something if needed. So I got the little desk for that, and then I got my little mixer over here. It's a smaller mixer than the one that I had before, but it's like works perfectly for here. And then last week, we got just about everything. Every episode, there's like something wrong with the audio or something is funky in every single episode. And last week, I thought we had it all figured out, and then I went back and listened, and there was like a buzz that was coming from my microphone, and I think it's coming from this computer. This computer is working hard because it's streaming, it's sharing, and it's not the best computer in the world. It wasn't made to do all of this. So I was like, fuck, there's like a big buzz coming from it. So I was like, well, I'm going to get the better microphone that's more, I think, unidirectional, I guess. It should just be picking up what's right here. That's what it should be doing, is just whatever I was doing. So hopefully it's not picking up any of that. But what I'm realizing is I'm slowly rebuilding my giant studio, except I'm building it on a dinner plate. This is like it's like a dinner tray that I'm rebuilding everything on. But it's working.
Nice.
I also beefed up. I redid my sound effects. We had the sound effect board over here, and I didn't like the ones that it came with. So
what do you have now?
I added. We've needed this before. Hold music. For when we have technical difficulties or something.
That's cute.
Or if we're both, I don't know, trying to research something on our phones. We got hold music there. I brought over from the last episode, we did the games, and I brought over the
love that.
The correct, and then also the wrong button there. I kept this guy.
I love that one. That
one's fun. There's use for that. There's use for that. Yeah, and then I programmed the other one. That one's going to be like customizable depending on what we're doing, and that one's going to go into the next segment.
Whoa! Speaking of the next segment,
I guess we go right into it. So, like I said, we're going to do a 420, little 420 section.
What are we doing?
And we're going to pretend that it's 420. So,
as one does.
Yeah. So, I guess I want to intro that for the video. How do I want to intro that? I basically want to intro like Happy 420. So
sure.
The reason why I call it out, it doesn't matter why I call it out. Just do it, Steve.
I know.
What am I doing?
I'm kind of wondering why you're talking through it. Just get into it, babe. Just do it.
Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just do it.
All right. Happy 420.
Woo!
We made it. Another 420.
Another year around the globe.
Happy birthday.
Sun around the sun.
To marijuana.
Yep.
Happy birthday to Adolf Hitler.
Sure.
You know his birthday is 420?
I did not know that.
And my best friend Nicole, I think her due date is 420.
Woo!
So her kid may be a little...
stoner baby.
Maybe smoking the reefer, man. Smoking the reefer. Can you do an accent?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Why not?
Because I don't know if that's appropriate.
Relax, brother.
I am not going to do that voice.
It's 420 today.
It is.
So, something that I thought would be fun is if we we'll take a minute. Each of us separately will go step outside, and I have a little bit of weed set up out there. And you can go outside, decide whether you want to take a little hit or not. And then you're going to come back in, and the other one of us will go out there and do the same thing. And I want to see if we can guess if the other one is high or not.
Cool.
So do you want to start that? You want to go out there and get it lit up for us, or potentially not lit up for us?
Yeah.
Cool. So go ahead and step outside.
All right. I'll be right back.
Dun, 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 dun.
Also, I just
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, it's right there.
And you got the question 23 patch, too. Look at that.
Anyway, that's all.
Josh is going to go out there and either smoke or not smoke. I don't know. And here's the thing is me and Josh have not really... been around each other when we're high before. Nicole says that there's no sound. I see sound on my end. I got my little levels, and it says that they're moving and going. So if anybody else is watching, maybe you can let me know if there's sound or not. Because I'd be curious to see how that is going. But me and Josh, we're not really anybody that gets high all the time. I used to get high all the time before I met Josh. I used to get high every single day. It was the thing that I do. I needed to go to sleep, and I had to have it every day. I don't do that anymore. I got sober. Well, when I got sober from alcohol a couple years ago, I went heavy into weed. And so there was a good 6-month period there where I was super getting high every day. And it was not great. And I was like, oh, you just traded one thing for the other. So then I got off the weed, and it was sober for a year of weed. And ever since then, it's not my favorite thing to do. I don't dig it anymore. So I don't really get high very often. And Josh, by nature, doesn't really get high too often either. And I think we've only been high around each other maybe once. So I don't know that I really know what he's like whenever he's high. And I don't know that he knows what I'm like whenever I'm high. I don't know what I'm like when I'm high anymore. So it'll be interesting to see if I can tell if he did it or not. And he's been outside for a minute, so I'm thinking maybe he did actually partake, but I don't know. Hi, welcome back. All right, my turn. There's that back for you. You want the music on? Do you want to practice? Work on the accent. Try.
I'm not doing that accent.
Why not?
I'm not doing that.
I don't. Gen Z. Y'all are so.
Whatever.
I'll be back. Talk to the people. Talk to the people.
I really don't know that you should be doing that. Hi. How's it going? I didn't really hear anything that Stephen was talking about, so I can't continue that conversation. But I will say, actually, wait. Oh, I can interact with the chat. Hold on. Usually, I don't get to see the screen, and now I can. So that's great. How's everyone else doing? Welcome to this show, I guess. God, I am not good at filling space. That is exactly what is happening currently, Nicole. And I'm curious if you guys will be able to tell as well whether or not I have smoked. So there's that. What else is going on in my life? I'm taking a woodworking class. It's not a woodworking class. It's a wood shop class. It's very tiring, but it's very fun. Would recommend, if you have been wanting to get into a hobby, just do it. I know that's not helpful advice, but wowie zowie. Not being afraid to make mistakes is truly such an incredible skill to develop. And
did you make a mistake?
Huh?
Did you make a mistake?
Not right now.
Oh. What are you preaching about?
I'm preaching about not being afraid to make mistakes. Because in school, I'm talking about my woodshop class. Oh, yeah. And how in school we're taught basically if you're bad at something, stop doing it, because you're going to get a bad grade. And life doesn't have grades, baby. So
that's true.
Am I bad at embroidery? Yeah. Is it really fun? Yeah. Am I bad at sewing? Yeah. Am I having fun sewing? Yeah. Am I good at this woodshop class? Not really. But am I having a fun time? Kind of. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's 6 to 9, and I have to drive 30 minutes both ways. So, yeah, it's kind of intense. But anyway.
And then you have to come see me afterwards.
Yeah. That's probably the best part, though.
Because you're right down the street.
I am.
It would be silly if you didn't.
But then I'm so exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go back?
We can go back. It's 4:20.
4:20. How often do you get high?
Like maybe once a week. Only on the weekends.
Yeah. I used to be. Do you think you can be addicted to weed?
Yes, 100%.
People say that you can't.
No. That's the old news. Every new study that they are doing on marijuana, now that it's easier and easier to do studies on marijuana, are showing that your body responds to it chemically in a different way than most other drugs. And it is like, it's not technically chemically addictive the way that like alcohol is, but your body can develop a dependence onto it.
Yeah.
And that in my head is the same thing as it being addictive.
I can vouch for that.
I think scientifically those are two different things, but like in a real world scenario, your body develops a dependency on it if you use it for prolonged periods of time. And I can speak to that personally, where it's like I've gone through phases where I just do it more or less than I would like to, or I guess I'm doing it more than I would like to be doing it because I'm just like bored and I'm like, well, yeah, whatever, let's just do it. And then I'm not spending my time like with intention and I'm just high and I don't really actually want to be. And that's a bummer. So
that is a bummer.
I know it's not great, but that's why I have switched to just on the weekends. Because it's too slippery of a slope to like start doing it on weekdays. What's up?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay. You just looked and then you smiled.
It's 420. I'm smiling.
It's 420 and you're smiling. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we're back. I think I have a feeling I know what Steven did out there, but we'll see.
What do you like to do while you're high?
I really enjoy what do I actually do? Usually I watch one of my like D&D shows because I have found I really like to do things that I already know that I like to do and have done before, because weed gives you a sense of novelty and it reminds you, or at least for me, it reminds me of like why I liked those things in the first place if I have forgotten that. I do a lot of introspection, so I'll just sit there and I'll think with like my eyes closed.
You're productive with your weed use.
Unfortunately. Not always. But I do enjoy getting a little high and then just like meditating and like really connecting with myself, which I know is not super exciting, but let me tell you, the thoughts start thinking. And
that's funny because I will tell you, at least, so I was addicted to weed, I think, for like a year, maybe a little less than a year, but there was a chunk of my life that I just like, it's like kind of like just like blacked out for me.
Yeah.
Where I was getting high. Any moment that I was not working, I was never high at work.
Cool.
But any moment that I was not working, I was like,
toasty
and like stoned. And I did it to get away from the thoughts. You're talking about how it connects you with those thoughts.
Yeah.
For me, I was.
You just wanted no thoughts on empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to not have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But
sometimes I'll go on walks. Going on little walks is really nice. Yeah, just chilling. And then also my favorite part of getting high is when it's like I've gone over the hill and I'm like coming down and then I start getting the munchies and I like eat a bunch of snacks because I struggle to eat enough, and so that is
the munchies,
a fun little like not reward, but it's a fun part of it for me, is like wanting to eat all my snacks.
That's one of my favorite parts.
Don't usually want to do that, which is annoying.
Of getting high.
Yeah.
Is the munchies. Well, it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, that's fair.
I hate how I feel afterwards. But I would say, aside from escaping the torments of my reality.
Sure. Yeah.
The munchies. That's my second reason.
So we've got escaping the torments of reality. Sure. And then the munchies.
Yeah.
Nice.
A very, very strong number two as like a motivation to get high. And they would often intertwine.
Yeah.
I used to go to, when I lived in Dallas, I lived right by the train station. I would get super stoned and then take the train up there, like a few stops up from the from where I lived, was a Waffle House.
Ooh, that's nice.
I would get so stoned
Yeah.
and eat so much Waffle House.
Oh,
Oh,
that
my
sounds
God.
really fun, but also the like after effects of that is
rough.
intense. Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
That period of my life was like when it kind of, I think that kind of was the beginning of my my large weight gain that I had a few years ago.
That'll do it.
I think that kick-started. It certainly didn't help. But oh man, that was so good. And I would go at the same, usually around the same time every day.
Also riding the
I wasn't doing
train.
this every day, but when I did go, it was like always like in the afternoon. And there was a lady. It was the same lady, the same waitress that worked there. And I would just walk in and she goes, how you doing, baby? And like, you know, I'm stoned. I'm like, I'm good. And she wouldn't ask me what I wanted. She just already knew my order.
Yeah. That's cute.
Yeah. So that was, I love the munchies.
So you like went out when you got high. I guess for me,
I did both. I did a lot of it at home, but like, yeah, I've done a lot of stuff out in public.
In public. That's where we differ, I think. Because I even like in college, when me and my friends would do it here and there, we always just like hung out at someone's apartment and like ordered food and like listened. We would watch like a comedy special.
What would you order?
We would usually get hot chicken, either Dave's Hot Chicken or there's a place called California Hot Chicken that was like right down the road. And so we would go pick that up and then smoke and then eat. And it was very fun. I'd miss living in a walkable area. That was a good time.
Yeah.
But then we would just watch like a comedy special or something on Netflix and like giggle and laugh
And just
together.
giggle.
Yeah.
Just giggle.
Those are probably honestly my favorite. Like just giggling. God, I love watching like just a stupid movie while you're high, like a stoner comedy. Like there's a movie called A Spy Movie. I think we watched it. Did I make you watch it?
A spy movie?
Yes. It's with Stephanie Koenig.
Yes.
And yes. So funny. It's like a farce on spy movies. What? Okay.
Just listening.
Okay. And it's by one of my favorite actors and her friends, and they just like made a movie together. So it's like super low budget, super like, you know, you can tell it's just like friends having fun making a movie. Yeah, it's so fun. Just all the jokes are so dry that they just hit when you're high. It's very, very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of any stoner movies that I've seen. So it's like, I think the first
Dumb
one's
and
like
Dumber?
Pineapple Express.
Sure.
Dumb and Dumber. I guess I saw that when I was a kid. I don't know. I'm not a big movie person.
That's true. You're not.
Yeah.
What would you do while you were high? When you stayed in? If not watch stuff. Because
so-
that's the other thing I would do is just watch stuff.
In when was this? Like 2016. I think it was 2016, 2017 when I was like really, and I was that chapter when I was just like stoned all the time.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to watch was just I would go on YouTube and look up funny Vine compilations. You remember Vine?
Yes.
And
See, that's the stuff that's so fun to go and watch because it just hits every single time. And yeah,
they don't hold up
good.
today.
No,
I
they don't.
recently have been like, I want to see. Oh, I used to love watching old Vine compilations.
Yeah,
and I went and watched it. And I was like, oh,
these are not as they were because that was like short form comedy. That was the first time short form comedy. I feel like that short form comedy, like what 6 seconds, 7 seconds or something, really like took off. So it was just punchline.
Yeah,
you know. Setup, punchline, done.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was really
I guess
really
we've just evolved since then.
Like especially with TikTok, I feel like it's now setup, punchline, but expanded and given more context.
God, there's some TikToks. I think this should be illegal. There's some TikToks that are like 5 minutes now.
What? You can do that? Whoa. That should be illegal.
Yeah.
We should arrest people and throw them in jail for having TikToks that are longer than a minute and a half. Maybe 3 minutes. I'll cut it off at 3 minutes. They should. Their lives
You're on probation though at 3 minutes. I'm putting you on probation.
Yeah, probation at 3, and then their lives should be ruined and destroyed, so that they have a criminal record and have a difficult time getting a job.
You're so dramatic.
Well,
why are you so dramatic?
Well,
I just think that I just want there to be some shame.
I want their lives to be destroyed.
I just want them to not be able to get a job.
So, there you
maybe.
go.
I think that's fair.
That's pretty much the same as destroying someone's life.
Yeah. Have you ever got high at work?
No, God, no. I did. I used to work at a restaurant, and in high school, and I was pretty oblivious to it, but I know that there were definitely like servers. There were other people working at the restaurant who were blasted. Like, I don't know how they got anything done. And then apparently there were a lot of people doing coke in the bathroom that I was just completely
that's
unaware
what you do
of.
when you're working in food service?
Yeah, apparently. So I like would hear little things and I was like, whatever. But then like it like got offered to me and I was like, no, I'm good. No, thank you. No, I'm 17. Like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, oh, this is like a real thing that happens. Like, I had heard about it, but it was, that was a no for me. But I don't know how you could do food service while high. Like that, that really blows my mind.
Well, high on coke, I absolutely know how you can do food service. That is like the best way to do food service.
Because you're just everybody's best friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're moving.
What? Have you ever been high at work? No, you said you had.
High at work? No.
Yeah.
I did one day. This was like last year, maybe the year before. I work from home.
Mm-hmm.
I have an office job. And I had a friend give me, she started to make these mushroom chocolates.
Mm.
And she gave me one to like experiment with, and it's supposed to be for like
Try it
microdosing.
Oh no.
And so I was like, oh, this might be cool to microdose. It'll put me in a good mood. It'll make me feel nice and creative.
Yeah.
And like, so I had a square, and I gave her some good feedback.
About the strength.
It was a lot stronger than I thought. So I definitely chilled most of that day. I made sure that anybody could contact me on Teams, but other than that, I wasn't getting a lot done.
That's funny.
Which is also just funny because my job, I work with like spreadsheets and shit all day. Like, I don't need to be creative in that job, but
that's what high level execs do apparently in the tech world. They're all microdosing on
ketamine.
LSD and ketamine and whatever. So there's that. But I do remember I don't know if it's like the funniest, but a notable experience for me getting high was during the pandemic. I spent the summer back in Idaho because it was the pandemic and all of my summer plans got canceled. So I had to move back home, which was intense. But I had just turned 21 and weed is very illegal in Idaho, but it is very legal in Washington. And I live 45 minutes from the border. So I went over to the dispensary and I got like, I don't know, I think a pre-roll maybe. And I got some CBD gummies because I was like, sure, why not? And my parents, who, oh God, I hope they never watch this, but my dad.
Hi, Tom.
And
hi, Terry.
Teresa. Thank you very much.
Hey, man, relax, man.
Jesus Christ. No, my dad is very anti-weed. Nancy Reagan he sees it as like the denigration of society. His words, not mine. So it's like a very like, if you smoke weed, you're throwing your life away. So I had to be very careful. But I would sneak out at night. And I like would tiptoe out of, I was downstairs, my parents' room was upstairs, and I would tiptoe out of the like back door, but it's a sliding door, and so I had to open it so carefully so that it wouldn't make noise, because my parents, it was summer, and so their window was open, the fan was going, and so I would like creak open the door just enough to like slip through, and then I would like go to the very back corner of the like yard, and like smoke my little joint or whatever, and then like tiptoe and sneak back inside and like pack everything up and just like.
And you're how old?
I was 21.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's like a 14-year-old.
Oh, very much so. Very, very much so.
I don't want to get busted.
Yeah. No.
I don't want to get busted with pot.
And it was just so. It was that. I never had that experience like in high school. I smoked a little bit of weed in high school, but please, if you're in high school, don't do that. It's bad for your brain. And I know that's lame to hear from someone who's old, but like, it's so bad for your cognitive development when you're younger.
You'll be all right. That's true, but. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid, but also just like, be careful. Know what you're getting yourself into, I guess, if you are going to do it underage, which we do not condone here on this podcast /show. Anyway, yeah, I never had that like sneaking around experience in high school, so it was very fun to like sneak around as a college student, but like be home and like, ooh, I'm high at home.
Yeah,
it was funny.
That's fun.
It was cute.
Let's say that there's I don't know, we know that the world is ending soon or something. I don't know when the situation would happen. I guess in an alternate universe. Somehow you're hanging out with your parents and y'all get high together. And it's everybody's on board. Y'all want to do it.
Sure.
It doesn't sound like it's likely
in this
to
reality.
Ever happen,
no, certainly not.
Just put that away for a moment.
Sure.
What would it be like to get high with your parents? Like your mom and your dad, like what you know about them. Like if you imagine, if they got high.
I think my dad would. My dad's a talker, and I think he would continue to be a talker. Like I think he would just start spitballing. And because I'm also a talker. I
know it. Don't they know it?
Don't they know it? And my mom, I really don't know. I think my mom would get really giggly, actually. I think my mom would get really silly. And I think my dad would get very, like, talkative and goofy.
Yeah. What would y'all do?
I don't know. That's a scenario that I have truly never thought of before. Probably just like talk. Like I think if that was something that we were going to do, I would want to just like talk and like maybe watch a funny video or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That sounds sweet.
Yeah, it would be fun. It would be very wholesome, I think. Yeah. What about you?
With my mom, we'd probably like listen to music or something. My mom's into music, and
that's a fun one. I do really enjoy listening to.
There have been times in my life, me and my mom butted heads. And we're not the best of friends right now, but things are okay. But like whenever things were like we were like not on the same page, I'll say. I hated how similar I was to her, and like my music taste, like she likes, or I like the same music that she liked. I love a lot of like, there's a lot of like 80s and 90s music that I love, that she loved when it was happening. And so whenever,
that'd be fun.
When me and my mom weren't friends, I hated that. I was like, ugh, she would post a link on YouTube or something like what she's listening to today. I'm like, I'm also listening to that today. But now I think it would be something to bond over. Yeah. So I think that would be fun. With my dad, well, I have two dads. No homo, though.
No homo.
Because they're separate.
They're separate.
They're. I had my biological dad who died when I was 10 years old. So I have that, and then I have stepdad who came in, and then he's been in my life for 20 years now. So nice. With my biological dad that I only knew until I was 10. I don't know. I don't know that I have an adult perception of who he was.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he would be like. I mean, I think he used to party before I was born. Maybe when I still was born. I don't know. But so I'm sure it would be fun, but I don't know what it would be like. I can't think about. I don't know. And then my stepdad, who's been my dad for 20 years, he likes some junk food. And I love the munchies.
You do.
I think it would be cool to go and go to 7-Eleven and we just grab a little bit of everything. Get one of each flavor of the Ben and Jerry's. He's an ice cream guy, so I don't know, just hang out, chat, and just eat food. Eat food. I think that it would be good, and I think that there's there's a non-zero chance that could happen in my life.
That's fine.
Well, no, that can't happen. Me getting high with them. It's not super high. I don't know. It's necessarily something I want to do, but it's something that I could do.
Yeah.
What's your favorite munchie food?
A
A savory and a sweet. I have
savory. It's probably going to be a Popeye spicy chicken sandwich. It's a good one. You got to plan ahead though, because if you do delivery, it gets soggy. So you have to either have someone drive ya, or you have to be okay with a soggy sandwich. That's definitely the savory. That's like the ultimate go-to. And then sweet. I'm not a big sweet guy anymore.
Girl Scout cookies?
No. Probably it would probably be like cookies or brownies or like some sort of sweet pastry. I feel like I enjoy a sweet pastry when I am high, but I don't have any specific ones.
I will give you a very specific sweet pastry that's mine. It's the little, from the grocery store, little white powdered donuts.
Interesting.
God.
Interesting.
Those are so good. I love those so much. I love them as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I would get in trouble for eating too many because we would get it from the grocery store. They come in a little bag, and the bag would be gone by dinner. I couldn't.
That's cute.
I couldn't help it. And I wouldn't help it now. Oh my God, those are so good. That's my sweet one.
Mm-hmm.
But it changes. But right now, that's what's top of mind. For savory, probably a Crunchwrap Supreme, fresh from Taco Bell.
Taco Bell is probably second for when I'm high. Like Popeye spicy chicken sandwich is number one, but if not that, then Taco Bell is gonna hit.
If it's a specific item, I say the Crunchwrap Supreme. But in general,
Taco Bell.
just Taco Bell. Yeah. Because it's the food and then it's that Baja Blast.
Yeah. That's good.
That's good. But yeah, you got to go. If you get in the Crunchwrap, you got to go to the place. You can't do it delivery.
Because it gets soggy.
It gets soggy so fast.
It's the sog. You don't
you
want the sog.
You have to eat it there or you have to eat it inside the restaurant or in the parking lot. God, there was one time whenever, this was only a couple of years ago. It's whenever I moved here and I would get, I guess I was getting high every night, before I would go to bed. And I decided, I was like, all right, this is what I want to do with my evening.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get high, eat Taco Bell, and just chill. That's what's happening. Probably watch some Vine compilations or something like that. And so I had planned out one evening. I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to eat a gummy right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drive to Taco Bell,
get
my food, so that way when it's kicking in is whenever I'm coming back home and I have my food.
It's
and
the pro strat.
The night can officially begin. So I did that, drove to Taco Bell, and there's like a decent line in the drive-through. But that's all right. It's Taco Bell. People go through pretty quick.
Fast.
So I get into the line, and then the line like stacks up further behind me, and we're moving one car like every 5 to 10 minutes. And so I get stuck inside the snake of the drive-through because it wraps around through the parking lot, and you can escape from there, but you can't escape once you've hit the snake.
Mm-hmm.
So I get stuck in there, and it's taking forever. I don't know if there's like just one person working. That had to have been what it was. I think it was one person that would get the order and be like, all right, I'll be with you, and then go make it, put it all together, and then give it to the person. Like,
so stressful. See, but like doing that high, I cannot imagine. That would be so much more stressful.
Or maybe that's what was happening. Maybe they were high.
That's true. That's true.
But so I get stuck in there, and the gummy starts to kick in.
She kicks in
whenever I'm in the drive-through.
Oh boy.
That was scary.
Yeah.
I made it home safely somehow.
That's good.
I didn't drive. That would be illegal.
That would be illegal and bad.
But just at one moment I was at Taco Bell, and then one moment I was at home.
Exactly.
Yeah, Taco Bell have you doing all kinds of things. Yeah, it's my munchie meal.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess we can wrap up.
Should we do our guesses?
Yeah.
I think you are stony baloneyed right now. I think you took literally 2 hits and you haven't smoked weed in such a long time that you are stoned. Am I correct? Did you smoke?
I wish I had a drum roll. The answer is no.
You didn't? You're just giggly?
I'm just giggly.
Whoa.
And I wanted to show the world how incredible
gotcha.
of an actor I am.
You were pretty good. That was solid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you believe it?
I did. I did think you were high.
I'm just kidding. I'm pretty...
Okay, that's what I thought. That makes more sense.
2 hits.
And this is
He bought diet weed.
I hate the fact that weed is so strong. Like, as someone who doesn't smoke very often, it's not something that I really want to have, like, be a huge part of my life. Like, it's something that's fun to do, but I have 20 other fun things that I can do that I very specifically, like, crafted into my life as fun things to do. When I smoke, I enjoy the, like, procedure of it. It's fun to, like, sit and do the ritual of, like, you have your water bottle and you are outside enjoying the night air, and you, like, you know, are taking a hit and then just kind of enjoying the nighttime and, like, seeing how you're feeling. I really enjoy that. And when weed is like 20% plus, which it often is, you take 2 hits and you're like stoned, like couch lock stoned. And I don't want to do that every single time I get high. Like, I very rarely want to do that. And it's so hard to find weed that is a lower THC percentage.
So you found it.
I did. This one is 14%, which is still, I mean, you know, not nothing, but it's the lowest one I've ever seen. I also have been getting into CBD weed, which is how strong it was.
I think I underestimated how strong it was.
Yeah,
because
well,
you made
haven't
it seem
smoked.
like it was diet weed.
It is for me diet weed.
So I
'Cause
hate
I
it
smoke
thinking
once a
that it
week.
was diet weed.
Yeah.
And it seemed like real weed to me.
No, it's real weed. I also have been getting into CBD weed, which usually has like I don't know, 10% CBD and then like maybe 10% THC, or like I found ones. There's one that I got that's like 19% CBD and like 6% THC. That one's very chill. That one's like you almost don't fully feel high. It's mostly just relaxing, which is nice for, again, if you don't want to get stony baloneyed, which has its place. That can be fun, but like I'm not always trying to do that. Yeah. So CBD weed has been a cool discovery. Shout out to Soulful. It's the dispensary in the area, and it's the only one I can find that consistently has CBD weed / lower THC weeds. So shout out. And also partake responsibly. Yeah. If you don't want to get stony baloney, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But if you do, have
And
fun.
if you think that it's diet weed, it's probably not.
Be safe. Yeah,
It's not as diet as you think.
that's fine.
I also think that you're a little high.
Nope.
I don't believe that.
I did not take. I stood out there and I lit it, and then I coughed to make it seem like I inhaled. But I literally just lit it with the lighter and stood there.
You're always this talkative.
Yeah, this is just me, babe.
I think I believe you.
If anything, if I had gotten high, I would have fully relaxed down. When I'm at a party and I do like get high and it's just like a circle of people and we're chit chatting, I get very laid back and I'll like interject with something, but I become a listener until I'm talking, and then
You look super cool. You turn cool when you get high.
I turn super
You're
cool.
cool.
I'm cool, guys. But yeah, I just get very like laid back and chill. But I still do talk. I'm a talker.
You're a talker.
But no, I am
You're always a talker.
100% sober right now because I didn't really want to get high.
I thought you would get high, so
Nope.
I thought we would be on the same page by now.
That's funny.
That's what I thought.
I want to know. Sound off in the comments if you what your predictions were. What you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're there, give this video a little like.
A little like.
Double check. Make sure that you're subscribed.
Hit that subscribe button if you're not.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this, then yeah, tune back in next time.
Yeah. Come hang out with us.
Come hang out. We're making videos when we have the time. It's fun.
Yeah.
Actually, this has been one I'm really like just impressed that we've kept this going.
Episode
Like
19 today.
That's wild.
Nobody's ever done 19 of anything. There of the percentage. If you think about all the people in the world, you think about a percentage of them that have created 19 somethings.
Individual things consistently. Yeah.
I don't think it's ever happened.
It's never happened. This is the first time. So there you go.
Yeah.
Proud of us. It's
Yeah.
fun.
What else?
For what?
You said first of all that, and then what?
I have no idea. Maybe I am high.
I think you're high.
Maybe I am high.
I think you're high. All right. Shout out to Scary Goldings. They make this wonderful song that we're listening to right now. It's called Stank for the Memories. Thank you to those folks for letting us use that. Yeah, I guess they don't let us, though. We're just doing it.
We're just doing it.
We're just doing it.
It's not like this is making money.
A shout out to Pablo.
Pablo.
My dog, and
Shout out to Larry, my cat.
pet credits for the day.
You know it.
We ran out of music. Whoops.
Whoops.
Shout out to pet credits. Can we go to Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see y'all next week. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.